What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ World Junior Championship Team USA preview. First time in the tournament's 35-year history, the USA is going to be going for its third straight medal. Obviously winning the bronze last year after a disheartening loss to Canada in the semifinals, and obviously winning the gold the year before against Canada in the finals. So John Carlson for the Washington Capitals OT goal. Little anecdote about that night. I was in the hospital. I had an injury refereeing a game and was rushed after banging my spine against the boards, and was in the hospital for most of that night and got home at about 4 a.m. and first thing I did was check on if they'd won that game, and they obviously hadn't. I was stoked. You know, it was a pretty rough night for me, but at the end of the day, I was fine, and they won the gold medal. You really can't do too much better than that. You know, being grateful to walk and seeing your country win the gold medal at international hockey events, pretty good mix. I'll tell you that much. Anywho, gonna go over who I think will make the final roster, and you know, who's gonna be the lucky guys that are gonna defend the bronze medal and hopefully upgrade us. You know, it's always good to trade for an upgrade. Go buy a used car, and you know, some notable omissions due to injury and otherwise. One guy that's on the bubble due to playing in the NHL, which is obviously a good problem to have for Mr. Justin Falk of the Carolina Hurricanes. You know, it's either play in the NHL or play for your country. You really don't get too much better than that. But on the same note, they omitted one player I think definitely should have been even a top 6 forward. Not only in camp, but also I think he would have ended as a top 6 forward. And that's Matty Nieto from Boston University. Great speed, skill, and puck pursuit. And that's really what it looks like they've built this team around. To look at guys up and down that have those 3 qualities, you know, foot speed and the ability to pursue loose pucks. And that's one thing you really want from you guys that can you know, win those one-on-one battles. Matty can do that with great speed, but obviously USA Hockey's lost. But at any rate, I'm going to start with the defenseman. I got an asterisk next to his name because of the roster situation with Carolina. That's Justin Falk. Paired with Derek Forbett, first round pick of the LA Kings last year, 2010, for Dakota. You know, one great offensively, all right offensively, but has a good defensive game and has you know, the necessary size and two-way acumen. Second pairing, we got John Merrill from Michigan, who's had some kind of discipline problems this year, and I think he'll make the team. On his skill alone, he should, but I don't know. He hasn't played a game yet this year for the Wolverines, so let's see how that shakes up with him. You know, I wish him all the best, and hopefully he puts his problems behind him. Also in that pairing, Jared Tenardi, first round pick of Montreal, and last year's draft, 2010, cut from the team last year, and you know, looks to bring a size and defensive acumen to the Team USA blue line. And then on the third pairing, we got Number 5 in our playbooks, number 1 in our hearts, Adam Clendenning. Clenny paired with Seth Jones as an offensive-oriented pairing. I think Seth Jones, the projected first overall pick in 2013, kid's going to be the youngest kid in the team by a long shot. And Clenny will be like this year's Cam Fowler, where you know, noted for offensive ability, but his defensive prowess is going to be on display. I think he will show how good of a two-way defenseman he is, not only in the puck-moving department and in the shot department, but also, you know, on the defensive side of the puck, and play a full 200-foot game and show those 30 teams that passed on him in the 2011 draft that, you know, he should have been a first-round pick. And I mean that seriously, Clay. I'm not just saying that to be a kid's ass, but at any rate, let's start with the forwards. Oh, and if Falk isn't let go by Carolina, Stephen Johns out of Notre Dame take his place, big defenseman. You know, Blaze will shuffle the defenseman deck as he has to if he can't get Falk. Starting up front on the left in his third World Junior Championship, Jason Zucker, great two-way player who also has the puck pursuit abilities, and that's what you want from your young forwards. With Nick Bukestad, who I think will win the Hobie Baker this year, leading the country in scoring at 6'5". Big kid with a lot of offensive skills. First round pick of the Florida Panthers last year, and was pretty good last year at the World Juniors, and plays a solid two-way game. And on the right on that line, the goal scorer, Emerson Edom, who's averaging almost a goal a game in the Western Hockey League. The first round pick of Anaheim and the Long Beach, California native. He's a really gifted forward, and he's got in trouble last year for a tweet criticizing the city of Buffalo, which I've heard is a remarkable city. But the maturity issues have put behind him, and he's looking forward to lead Team USA offensively this year. On the second line, on the left wing of Shane Prince out of the Ottawa 67s, pretty good OHL scorer, second round pick of Ottawa this year. New Jersey native, good player. Looking to have him with Charlie Coyle, who we did a special on earlier today. Coyle, obviously the first round pick of San Jose, traded the Minnesota Wild this past draft. Two-way acumen and puck pursuit in addition to offensive skills, which is what this team looks like it's built around. And he had 6 points in 6 games in last year's tournament, and looks to improve upon that, and hopefully bring home the gold for Massachusetts. And on the right, Brandon Saad out of the Saginaw Spirit of the Ontario Hockey League. Played a couple games for the Blackhawks this past year, earlier this current year, and was only the second player since Patrice Bergeron in 2003 to be drafted outside the first round and play in the NHL at 18, which is pretty cool. Ryan O'Reilly of the Colorado Avalanche being the other in 2009. On the third line, we got Billy Arnold on the left, Boston College guy, and Needham, Massachusetts native, another Bay Stater. Fourth rounder of the Calgary Flames. He'll be playing in front of the Calgary faithful, the Sea of Red. His future NHL home up in Calgary. With JT Miller off the development team and the Plymouth Whalers now. Rangers first round pick, gonna bring it strong. He's a pretty big kid, power forward, and brings a two-way acumen to the ice. That's what you need. Out there, you can't have these skilled guys, but you also need the guys that can back check and do that shit. On the right, you're gonna have Austin Watson, Nashville Predators 2010 first round pick, a really versatile forward who's playing for an underachieving Peterborough Pete's team. His plus minus is pretty brutal, but he's a great player nonetheless. And he's one of those guys. He's a flex guy. You can put him on the top line, put him on the fourth line. He's comfortable in any role. He's probably their best flex forward. Him and Zucker are. That can, wherever you need them, they'll play. And on the fourth line, we're gonna have John Goodrow from Boston College, another Hockey East guy, with Connor Brickley from UVM as a center in that line. Second round pick of the Florida Panthers, and nephew of Boston Bruins color analyst Andy Brickley. I love Brick, great color analyst, and his nephew's a hell of a hockey player that'll really shine in this tournament. And Josh Archibald, the Pittsburgh Penguins pick from the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Pretty good player, good speed. That's what you need. That fourth line will be very, very productive as they've got speed, skill, and like I said, I keep saying a two-way acumen. That's probably, that's what you need at the international level. And between the pipes, we got Jack Campbell going for his third medal at the World Juniors. Him and Zucker were both on the gold medal team 2 years ago. And John Gibson, for the Kitchener Rangers of the Ontario Hockey League. He was a second-round pick of the Ducks this past draft. And actually, it's kind of funny. Well, not if you read Berenson. Both goalies said no to Michigan to go play in the Ontario League for the the exposure, the money, and the thought that'll get him in the NHL sooner. Campbell is one of the international hockey's most decorated young goalies of all time. He's achieved a lot at a young age, and he will continue to impress in this tournament. He came in off the bench in that gold medal game in 2010, and he's going to be a key part this year. They're going to rely on him a lot, and it's pretty much it for this edition, guys. Going to do Canada at some point, and keep you guys posted throughout the tournament. Let's go USA. Let's bring home the gold. It's especially the Bay Staters on this team. I think there should have been more, but that's a different story entirely. I think Kevin Hayes should have been on the team too. But let's not talk about who didn't make it. Let's focus on the guys that are on the roster and see how they can perform on the biggest stage at the end of this month in Calgary. So good luck, boys, and later.